Good morning to all of you. So, in continuation of various data collection method, so this is a very unusual type of the data collection method. Till now we have studied about Likert scale, semantic differential scale, we have studied about checklist, then questionnaire, all these things we have already studied. Now, this is another method of data collection which we are going to study. So, we will be studying about biophysiological methods. Apart from that, we will also be studying some rare methods, that is skew sorts and vignets. So, three topics we are going to complete in this class. So, what is biophysiological methods? Biophysiological methods involves the collection of biophysiological data from subjects by using the specialized equipments to determine the physiological and biological statements of the subjects. Okay, ठीक है. Now, I will to explain this, I will use an example, the same study which we were talking about in previous classes also, a study to assess the prevalence of anemia among primary gravida mothers in उताई village. ठीक है, हमारा टॉपिक क्या है? उताई विलेज के प्राइमरी ग्रेविडा मदर्स में कितने लोग के एनीमिया है. ओके, सो कितने लोग के एनीमिया है आई कैन एसेस फ्रॉम साइन एंड सिम्टम्स. ठीक है, बट बेस्ट क्या रहेगा? इफ आई डू एच बी टेस्ट, if I do a HB test and get a report, so that will give me a good reliable data that this out of 100 mothers or out of 200 mothers, this many persons are not having anemia, this many persons are having mild anemia, moderate anemia and severe anemia based on HB test. Now, that is biophysiological methods. Okay, ऐसे methods जिसमें स्पेशलाइज्ड इक्विपमेंट्स चाहिए जिससे आपका फिजियोलॉजिकल स्टेटस, अभी फॉर एग्जांपल कोविड है, वी आर इंटरेस्टेड टू नो दी ऑक्सीजन सैचुरेशन, तो आपको क्या चाहिए? वी नीड अ पल्स ऑक्सीमीटर विच विल गिव यू अ रीडिंग ऑफ द ऑक्सीजन सैचुरेशन. ओके, सो दीज आर ऑल, ये है बायोफिजियोलॉजिकल मेथड्स. ओके, सो दिस इज अ पार्ट ऑफ, व्हाई इट इज अ पार्ट ऑफ रिसर्च? व्हाई? बिकॉज वी आर इंटरेस्टेड टू नो. फॉर एग्जांपल, इफ योर स्टडी इज a study to assess the level of oxygen saturation among patients who are admitted in a COVID ward from day 1 to day 5. So, what you do, आपके जितने patients हैं, 100 patients या 200 whatever it is, they come, फिर आप उसको day wise या maybe shift wise you can take an average और उसको आप लिख सकते हैं. So, that will give you an, आप उसको age wise divide कर सकते हैं, all these things. So, what you need? We need a pulse oximeter. Okay, so this type of studies is called as biophysiological methods, where we require specialized equipments, and by this we know the physiological status and the biological status of the subjects. Okay. Now, what is the purpose of biophysiological methods? To study the basic physiological process, we need to study that, to study the physiological outcome of nursing care. Okay. For example, you are posted in a COVID ward, so there are a group of patients whose oxygen saturation may be in 80s. So, what we do is we know that to increase the oxygen saturation, studies have proved that if you give prone position, then this will improve in prone position, and you have a pillow which is kept under your chest, your head is downwards, and then somebody does a cupping technique on the back. So, this studies have proved that this technique is good for increasing the oxygen saturation. Okay. So, to study the physiological outcome, you have given this prone position, kept a pillow and then seen the oxygen saturation. So, this is the meaning of second point. You have given some sort of nursing care and then you are interested to know the level of oxygen saturation, or you have given oxygen, maybe prongs or whatever methods, then you can see what was the level of oxygen before giving and what is the level of oxygen after giving. Okay. So, this is फिजियोलॉजिकल आउटकम. आपने कुछ नर्सिंग केयर दिया, उसके बाद उसका फिजियोलॉजिकल स्टेटस कैसा है, दिस इज व्हाट यू कम टू नो. ओके, देन टू इवैल्यूएट द नर्सिंग इंटरवेंशंस. ओके, आपने कुछ इंटरवेंशन किया, टू व्हाट एक्सटेंट यू आर एबल टू इवैल्यूएट. इवैल्यूएट का क्या मतलब है? आपने नर्सिंग केयर दी है, यू हैव चेक्ड, कुछ फाइंडिंग्स आपको मिला, देन यू हैव टू नीड टू इवैल्यूएट. इवैल्यूएट का क्या मतलब है? यू नीड टू नो whether this oxygen saturation is normal or is it still less, or it requires some equipments, or it requires some additional support, एफर्ट, वो सब चीज़ को बोलते हैं इवैल्यूएशन. इवैल्यूएशन इन टर्म्स ऑफ वेदर your nursing intervention was effective or not. Okay. Then is to study the correlation of physiological functions in patients with health problems. Okay. Different physiological functions का correlation आप पता कर सकते हैं. Correlation between heart rate and oxygen saturation. ऐसा मतलब you can have different physiological function और उसके हिसाब से मे बी hemoglobin level with quality of life इस type का. So you have some physiological function and then you want to correlate कि उनका hemoglobin level ये होने से या mild, moderate या severe होने से what is the effect on quality of life. You do a correlation. Correlation again it is a statistical formulas are available to find the correlation and we find out whether it is correlated with the quality of life or not. Okay. तो अभी आपको समझ में आ गया. Why do we use this? First is to study the basic physiological process. Patients का physiological process क्या है we come to know. Second is sorry, you have given some nursing care, was it effective or not. Then you need to evaluate to what extent it was effective or this treatment should continue or should change the treatment or some additional efforts are required. All these things you evaluate. Then you try to correlate the physiological functions with the health problems. Okay. For example, कोई patient है जिसको एनीमिया है तो आप ये पता कर सकते हैं कि उनका HB लेवल से क्वालिटी ऑफ लाइफ में कुछ फ़र्क है कि नहीं है और नॉट फ़र्क, इट इज़ कोरिलेशन वेदर HB लेवल से इनका क्वालिटी ऑफ लाइफ में इतना असर पड़ रहा है कि नहीं पड़ रहा है और दिस थिंग्स कैन बी फाउंड आउट. ओके. Now we have two methods. One is in vivo and second is in vitro. In vivo biophysiological methods performed directly to measure the processes occurring internally within the living organism through medical and surgical instruments like TPR, BP. ठीक है. पेशेंट है आप डायरेक्टली मेजर कर रहे हैं. यू टेक अ बीपी, यू यूज अ स्फिग्नोमेट्रोमीटर, आप पता कर सक रहे हैं. पल्स ऑक्सीमीटर आप लगा दो, आपको पता चल रहा है. यू यूज इंफ्रारेड टेम्परेचर, आपको सॉरी यू यूज अ थर्मामीटर एंड चेक इट. ठीक है. आप बॉडी से डायरेक्ट चेक कर रहे हैं. दैट इज ऑल इन वीवो. इफ यू आर टेकिंग समथिंग आउट फ्रॉम द बॉडी एंड चेकिंग, फॉर एग्जाम्पल you do different urine tests, blood tests, CSF, biopsies. These are all in vitro where you have to take the things from the body, take it to the lab and then you study. So that is all in vitro. अब body में study कर रहे हैं, that is in vivo, and those studies which are done outside the body by taking blood, urine, CSF, etc. samples. So that is called as or even radiological methods. Okay, radiological measurements, microbiological measurements, blood tests, cytological मतलब जो biopsy से हम लोग करते हैं. So these are all in vitro biophysiological methods. Okay. So these are the components of man instrument system. हम लोग ये पढ़ेंगे what is the meaning of all this. You have a stimulus, then you have a transducer, then you have a signal conditional equipment, then you have a display, you have a recording data and a control feedback. ठीक है. अभी हमने पढ़ा this we have in vitro and in vivo conditions. ठीक है. आपको stimulations देकर how do you know the function. For example, a patient has to go a ultrasound. Okay. So if a patient is given a ultrasonic examination, so stimulation is the sound. Stimulation is the sound which you give to the human body, and based on that ultrasonic sound then you come to know. So what are the different process in relation to that? This is which we are going to study. Okay. So components of in vivo measuring instrument system. Okay. So first is subject. Now who is the subject? Naturally the human being is a subject on which the measurement is to be made. Second is stimulus. In any type of measurement, the response to some form of external stimulus is required. So whenever responses are to be measured, the instrument generate and present stimulus. Okay. So some stimulus has to be there. Based on some stimulus you get some response. Okay. So this stimulus may be in the form of a visual, maybe a flash of light, can be auditory, some sound, or can be a tactile or direct stimulation to some part of the nursing system, the nervous system. So stimulus can be in any form. Okay. For example, in ultrasound we give sound waves. Okay. And then we use those sound waves to elicit a response. ठीक है. तो subject आपको समझ में आया. Subject is human being. तो stimulus किसको दे रहे हैं? Stimulus is given to the subjects. Okay. एंड दिस एक्सटर्नल स्टिमुलस, दिस जो इंस्ट्रूमेंट है इट जनरेट्स, ये साउंड सिस्टम, अल्ट्रासोनिक साउंड सिस्टम देने के लिए you have an instrument. So, different stimulus system have different instrument depending on the type of study. Okay. So, this responses are to be measured, instrument will generate and present some stimulus. Okay. So, this stimulus may be in the form, maybe a flash of light, can be some sound, or maybe a direct stimulation. For example, when you go for MRI or go for a CT scan, you hear rays are there, but you can't see that. What you hear is you get some sound, and then you come to know, yes, the machine has started. Okay. So, some sort of stimulation is there, or it can be even a direct stimulation to a part of nervous system. Next is transducer. So, this is a patient who is undergoing for EMG. Okay. So, this is how the electrodes are put and stimulation is there. So, what is transducer? Transducer is a device which converts one form of energy or signals to another form. Okay. So, transducer किसको बोलते हैं? एक form of energy को दूसरे फॉर्म में कन्वर्ट करता है. सो दैट इज कॉल्ड एज ट्रांसड्यूसर. सो द ट्रांसड्यूसर में मेजर द टेम्परेचर, pressure, flow, or any other variables that can be found in the body, but its output is always is always an electrical signal. Okay. So ट्रांसड्यूसर का काम क्या है? एक एनर्जी के एक फॉर्म को दूसरे फॉर्म में कन्वर्ट करना. सो ये किस में फॉर्म में कन्वर्ट करेगा? ट्रांसड्यूसर टेम्परेचर मेजर कर सकता है, फ्लो, एंड व्हाट यू डू इज डिस्प्ले इज इन द फॉर्म ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिकल सिग्नल. आउटपुट क्या है? फ्रॉम द ट्रांसड्यूसर यू हैव अ आउटपुट. सो आउटपुट इज इन द फॉर्म ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिकल सिग्नल. ओके. सो ट्रांसड्यूसर का काम दो है. फर्स्ट इज इट कैन परसीव और इट कैन सेंस द वन फॉर्म ऑफ एनर्जी, and this energy may be temperature, may be pressure, may be flow, or any other thing, but it exhibits the output in the form of electrical signal. तो ट्रांसड्यूसर का काम है एक एनर्जी के एक फॉर्म को दूसरे फॉर्म में कन्वर्ट करना. और ये ट्रांसड्यूसर के पास क्या क्षमता है? इट कैन मेजर द टेम्परेचर, इट कैन मेजर द ब्लड प्रेशर, it can identify the pulse, etc. So this will convert this information into an electrical signal. So that is the role of transducer. ठीक है. एक एनर्जी को दूसरे रूप में कन्वर्ट करना. ओके. सो इट कन्वर्ट्स इट एज इलेक्ट्रिकल सिग्नल्स. नाउ सिग्नल्स अभी आ गया है. नाउ इज सिग्नल कंडीशनिंग इक्विपमेंट. सो द पार्ट ऑफ इंस्ट्रूमेंटेशन सिस्टम दैट एम्पलीफाइज, modifies in any other way, changes the electrical output of transducer is called as signal conditioning or signal processing equipments. It prepares signals suitable to operating the display or recording equipment. ठीक है. अब ट्रांसड्यूसर से सिग्नल आ गया. ट्रांसड्यूसर का काम क्या है? इसने मेजर टेम्परेचर, पल्स, रेस्पिरेशन, जो भी था, बीपी, ऑल दिस थिंग्स इट हैज मेजर्ड एंड उसको इलेक्ट्रिकल सिग्नल्स के फॉर्म में कन्वर्ट कर दिया. नाउ सिग्नल कंडीशनिंग इक्विपमेंट का काम क्या है? व्हाट डज इट डू? इट एम्पलीफाइज. एम्पलीफाई मतलब उस सिग्नल को बड़े रूप में दिखाना. दैट इज कॉल्ड एज एम्पलीफाइज. और मे बी चेंजेस, उसको इस तरीके से चेंज करता है इन द वे चेंजेस द इलेक्ट्रिकल आउटपुट ऑफ द ट्रांसड्यूसर इज कॉल्ड एज सिग्नल कंडीशनिंग. ठीक है. तो ये चेंज कर रहा है द आउटपुट. ट्रांसड्यूसर से जो आउटपुट आया था किसके फॉर्म में आया था? इट वॉज कमिंग एज this the output of we have studied the output of the transducer is always an electrical signal. Okay. So signal अभी आ गया है. So signal conditional equipment का काम क्या है? signal equipment का काम ये है कि जो सिग्नल आ रहा है उसको एम्पलीफाई करना. एम्पलीफाई करना मतलब इट मेक्स इट अ बिगर साइज. ठीक है. उसको बड़ा करना, चेंज करना डिपेंडिंग ऑन इट इज रिक्वायर्ड. So this is called as signal conditioning or signal equipment. Okay. और इस तरीके से सिग्नल प्रिपेयर करता है which is suitable to display or recording equipment. ठीक है. इस तरीके से चेंज करता है so that it can display on the recording or display equipment. ठीक है. तो सिग्नल कंडीशनिंग का इक्विपमेंट का काम क्या है? सिग्नल कंडीशनल इक्विपमेंट will receive the signals from the transducer, will change it in a form that it can be displayed. ठीक है. जैसे for example ECG machines. Okay. ECG machines they will perceive the heartbeat. Signals है इस तरीके से amplify करेगा that it can be written on in the form which can be the signals are changed in such a form that they can be displayed properly in the display system or a recording system. Next is display system, that it has to be displayed. So, the electrical output of the signal conditioning equipment must be converted to a form that can be perceived by man and that can convey the information obtained by measurement in a meaningful way. So, suppose if you are recording an ECG, आप जो देखते हैं ECG graph, so that is the display system. The display जो display हो रहा है may be in the screen or it may be in a paper. So, whatever it is, so that is the electrical, that is the display equipment. Okay. So, that is the display equipment. The electrical output of a signal conditioning equipment must be converted to the form which can be perceived by man and can convey the information obtained by measurement in a meaningful way. ठीक है. So, इस तरीके से डिस्प्ले होता है ताकि मनुष्य उसको समझ सके. Okay. So, it can be perceived, perceive मतलब उसको समझने लायक डिस्प्ले होता है. Okay. So, the display equipment may be a graphic pen recorder which produces a permanent record of data. जैसे आपने ECG देखा होगा, you have particular data. ठीक है. Now, is last part, recording, data processing and data transmission equipment. It is necessary to record the measure information for appropriate uses and to transmit it from one location to other by computer system. Then you have a particular storage system, इसको आपको save करना है, all these things. So, various computers are required to use this. Okay. So, I will just record what are those steps. Just to first is subject, which is human being. Stimulus is there has to be some stimulus जिसके कारण कुछ response हम चाह रहे हैं. So, this stimulus can be visual, can be some sound or can be a direct touch. ठीक है. So, this is stimulus. Third is a transducer. Transducer का काम क्या है? एक energy के एक form को दूसरे में convert करना. So, this transducer is able to identify the temperature, pulse, respiration, etc., maybe heartbeat or maybe whatever it is, different forms are there. So, it will change into electrical signal. So, when it is a electrical signal, so there has to be signal conditioning equipment. So, what is the role? जो signal transducer से आ रहा है उसको change करना, इस रूप में change करना कि वो display किया जा सके. So, उस रूप में change करने का काम है signal conditioner equipments. Okay. So, now there has to be display equipment जहाँ पर आपको display हो कि person का temperature इतना है, pulse इतना है, उसके ECG recording ये है, all these things. Okay. So, that is the display equipment. So, the display equipment may include a graphic pen recorder or a permanent recorder data, and then there can be data processing जहाँ पे information एक जगह से दूसरी जगह भेज सकते हैं. Okay. So, in well set up hospital, the for example, all investigations are done maybe in the investigation department, but on the day of appointment all the reports will be available in the doctor's computer. So, this is recording, data processing and transmission equipment. So, this is all done by using computers to shift the information from the different labs to the display system or maybe in the desktops of the doctors who are working in different tables. Okay. So, that is recording, data processing and transmission equipment. Now, there is a control device. Now, what is the meaning of control device? Where it is necessary to have a automatic control on the transducer, stimulus or any part of the man instrument system, a control system is there. Control system in the way, for example, you are doing an ultrasound, ultrasound. Once your test is over, you should have a control system that it has to be stopped. Then it will be restarted when the next patient comes in, or there has to be control system where suppose if you are unable to record it properly, then you can make the necessary changes and so that the display is good. So, this is all part of control system, okay, which acts as a feedback. So, this system usually consists of a feedback loop which in which part of the input from signal condition or display equipment is used to control the operation of the system. So, any technical issues are there, so that can be controlled. And second is if you want to stop at sometimes, that can be stopped. If you want to restart at some time, it can be started. So, this is all control device. Now, in vitro biophysical methods are can be radiological examinations, biochemical examinations, microbiological measurements and cytological measures. Okay. So, these are the different measurements which are used in biophysiological methods. Radiological includes X-ray, ultrasound, MRI, CT scan, all these things are radiological. We have a biochemistry department where we take blood and examine various tests. Microbiology department is there, where we do the culture and sensitivity of different organisms, and cytologic measurements are there, where we take different biopsies and see it. Okay. So, these are all parts of in vitro biophysiological methods. Now, we have completed biophysiological methods, which were basically divided to in vivo and in vitro, and we have studied the various components of it. Now, we are starting another method of data collection, which is called as projective technique. What is the meaning? So, these are the methods for measuring psychological attributes. Okay. If we are interested to know the psychological attributes, maybe attitudes, maybe personality, maybe a value. So, what you do is we provide respondents with unstructured stimuli to which they respond. ठीक है, हम लोग कुछ stimulation देते हैं and that is unstructured and the respondents are asked to respond to it, और उसके बेस में हम लोग चेक करते हैं. Okay, so that is called as projective technique, where we are interested to know the value, attitudes and personality. Okay. Now, these are projective techniques. ठीक है, association technique by using word stimulation, completion technique maybe by using sentence and story, construction technique using pictorial techniques, and expressive technique, role play, draw or paint. Okay. Now, we will study each one of it. Okay. So, word association test, what is that? A list of words or phrases can be presented in a random order to the respondents who are requested to state or write the word or phrase that pops in their minds, and respondents are asked for what word or phrase comes into mind immediately upon hearing certain brand names. ठीक है, आप क्या कर रहे हैं, आपके पास एक respondent बैठा हुआ है, आप उनको कुछ words बताते हैं. So, you may tell 5-6 words, उसमें से एक आध वर्ड ये पर्सन सुनेगा, एंड उस वर्ड सुनने के बाद that you are asking the person to write about that particular word, the first thing which comes in the mind. Okay, immediately upon hearing brand names. Okay, जो भी name होगा, for example, if I use the word big bazaar, so something may come in the mind, it is very good, या फिर आपको लगेगा so many things are there in display. So, whatever first thing which comes in the mind, you have to write it, okay, or maybe 10. So, that is a word association test. So, the interviewer records the responses which reveal the inner feeling of the respondents. Okay. So, based on the inner feeling, suppose your experience in Big Bazaar was very bad. So, you will be writing something bad about it, that is not the quality of the things are not so good, whatever it is. So, the interviewer will record the responses, and these responses reveal the inner feeling of the respondents. Okay. Or suppose if you have used the word teacher. Okay. So, if you have suppose you have used the name of teachers. Okay. So, once that name comes in the mind, if you had a good experience, you will be writing something good, or if your experience was very bad, then you will be writing something very bad. Okay. So, depending on whatever is the feeling of the respondents, the responses are recorded. So, the frequency at which any word is given a response and the amount of time that elapses before the responses are given are important to the reader. Okay. So, you say a few words and the time which is taken by the respondent to answer. ठीक है, अभी मैंने बोला teacher, principal, all 3-4 words मैंने बोला. Okay. So, कितना time लगा आपको respond करने के लिए. So, that is very important. First thing, the time taken to respond, वो आपके लिए important है as an interviewer. Second is what you are responding. Is it positive? Is it negative? So, this displays the inner feeling of the respondent. Okay. Next is the respondents are asked to describe an inanimate object or product by giving a human characteristics. ठीक है, inanimate मतलब जो living नहीं है, उसको आप कुछ living words में example दे सकते हैं. For example, villages. So, it can be serene, friendly, accessible, reliable. This is just to give an example. Okay. So, this is how the word association test is done. Now, with sentence completion. In the sentence completion test, the respondents are given incomplete sentences and asked to complete the thought. ओके. फॉर एग्जाम्पल टेकिंग अ हॉलीडे इन द माउंटेन्स इज. ठीक है. तो सेंटेंस कंप्लीशन का मतलब क्या है? सेंटेंस का आधा पार्ट आपको दिया जाएगा, then this respondent is asked to complete. Okay. So sentence completion test is easier to interpret since the answer provided will be more detailed than word association. तो word association से ज़्यादा अच्छा है sentence completion. Again sentence completion will give you a better idea whether it is positive or negative. So example is taking a holiday in the mountains is. Okay. So then you write it. Next is story completion. उसमें भी है. A variant in this method is story completion. A story in words or picture is given to the respondent and then we is asked to complete. Okay. Maybe a half story may be written or maybe pictures of the stories are there and then you stop in the middle and the story is asked to complete by the respondent. So based on that you evaluate. Okay. Next is construction test. So this is more or less like completion test. They will give you a picture and you are asked to write a story. Okay. You may a picture may be given and then you are asked to write a story about it. Okay. So the initial structure is limited and not detailed like the completion test. Okay. For example, 2 cartoons are given and a dialogue is to be written. Okay. 2 cartoons, two things, 2 cartoons will be there. Dialogue box बना हुआ है और आपको उसमें dialogue लिखना है कि what may be these 2 people talking to each other. Okay. So these are this is how a construction test is done. Next is expression technique. In this the people are asked to express the feeling or attitude of another person. Okay. Suppose so these techniques are very good to evaluate the inner feeling. For example, if there is a discord between the husband and wife, ठीक है, आपस में पट नहीं रहा है या आप जानना चाहते हैं कि उनके बीच में क्या फीलिंग है. So what you do is आप person के बारे में, I think what do you think about your husband or what do you think about your child, what do you think about your teacher. So अलग दूसरे person के बारे में आपका क्या विचार है. So you are asked to write it down. So that is called expression technique. ठीक है. Construction technique में क्या है? Pictorial दिया हुआ है and then you are asked to write about it. For example, 2 cartoons और उसके में dialogue box में खाली रखा है, you have to write the dialogue. Okay. So this is construction test. Now what are the advantages of projective technique? It is reliable, it contributes to research on personalities and values. Okay. So this helps to study what type of personality you are having, what are the values and may be employed at various stages of discussion. Okay. Depending on whatever stage of discussion you are going on, आप कई stages में आप कर सकते हैं. Okay. For example, if it is a counseling center, okay, where the child is undergoing counseling. So you may have this test at the starting and then after a series of counseling session again you can do this test to find out whether the feelings towards the teacher or maybe parents or maybe the spouse has increased or decreased. Okay. So this gives a view of total functioning of the individual. Now what are the disadvantages? Skills are required, that is very important. Everybody cannot do this test, we need trained people. Okay. Another problem is there is no common agreement among the experts. So if there are people who are doing this test, so if there are 2 experts, so those 2 experts also don't have a consensus. मतलब दोनों expert का भी common views नहीं है. So this becomes very problematic. Then it is expensive and it is difficult to perform. Okay. Now highly trained disadvantages are continued. Highly trained interviewers and skilled interpreters are readers. Interpreters bias can be there. Some people can be partial कि अरे ये ठीक ही होगा गलत होगा, what is, so these type things can, it is a costly and the respondent selected may not be representative of the entire population. अगर आप कुछ research study कर रहे हैं तो जिसको आपने select किया, suppose if you are interested to know the relationship between a student and the teacher, out of 100 students you have chosen 40. So those 40 may not be having a true representative of the whole population. उसका मतलब जो 40 आपने select किया है, total 100 में जैसा feeling है, some people may be having high regard for the teacher, some people may be having very low regard, some may be having a neutral regard. So जो 40 लोग आपने select किया है वो उतना ही percentage के लोग जो अच्छा विचार रखते हैं, बुरा विचार रखते हैं, ये 40 में होना कोई ज़रूरी नहीं है. So this respondent selected may not be representative of the entire population. Okay. Next method is Q-sorts. Now what is Q-sort? Q-sort is developed in 1930s by British physicist, psychologist whose name was William Stephenson, to inquire into the subjectivity of the human mind. ठीक है, human mind की subjectivity को पता करने के लिए Q sort is given. तो इसमें क्या है, participants are presented with card arrangement. You have cards, कितना cards है, 6200 cards, और ये 6200 cards को 9 to 11 piles में, ठीक है, piles मतलब एक एक गुच्छे में ये 6200 कार्ड्स को आपको अरेंज करना है, और एक एक कार्ड में सब वर्ड्स और फ्रेजेस और स्टेटमेंट्स आर रिटन एंड देन वी आर आस्क्ड टू अरेंज, ये 9 to 11 ग्रुप्स में आप अरेंज करना है. ओके, सो द कार्ड्स में बी 6200. सो ये देखो इस तरीके से कार्ड अरेंजमेंट्स आर गिवन, मे बी सम पिक्चर्स, मे बी सम वर्ड्स, एंड देन यू आर आस्क्ड टू अरेंज द कार्ड्स. So Q sort can be used to answer many difficult issues and can be used to categorize major models of nurse-patient relationship, to identify nurses' attributes that are associated with poor evaluation from the patients. Okay, so Q sort are very important, और इसमें we can try to find out the answer of difficult issues, and one of the difficult issues is nurse-patient relationship. So some nurses are having a good relationship with the patients, some nurses are not having a good relationship with the patient, and some cards are there, and then nurses or maybe patients are asked to group this card in 9 to 11 groups. Okay, and that will give you an idea to what extent is the nurse-patient relationship, it is good or is it bad. So Q sort can be applied before and after intervention to evaluate the effectiveness of intervention. ठीक है, आप कुछ intervention कर रहे हैं, you are giving some nurse patientship relationship improve करने के लिए, suppose you have done some counseling session, तो Q sort आप पहले कर सकते हैं. Okay, and then after giving a counseling session again you can have a Q sort to find out whether that counseling session was helpful to improve the nurse-patient relationship. Okay, ये एक example है, application of Q sort method to identify the nurse's perspective on adopting evidence-based practice nursing. ठीक है, अभी now is the age of evidence-based practice, and we are a Q sort study was done, ये to understand the nurse's perspective of adopting evidence-based nursing, अडॉप्ट करना चाहिए नहीं करना चाहिए, व्हाट इज द पर्सपेक्टिव, वो अंडरस्टैंड करने के लिए Q sort method was done. Okay, and Q methods were constructed based on the literature related to evidence based practice adoption by nurses. The evidence based के पर्सन में different cards were there. Okay, so इसमें for this particular study वहाँ पे हमने पढ़ा 60 to 100 cards are there, but for this study 44 Q cards were conducted and 60 nurses participated, and they were asked to arrange these cards according to the 5 stages of evidence based practice. Okay, उसके हिसाब से then it was analyzed. So this Q sort method this is an example of how Q sort methods is used in nursing practice. Now what are the advantages? Provides in-depth study for small sample population. ये अब कार्ड बहुत सारे लोगों को नहीं देख सकते, you can have small cards. This is just an example, अलग अलग cards हैं and the person is arranging. Okay, so for a small population and to have an in-depth study, this can be used. Then facilitates exploratory research. If you want to explore the feelings, this is a very good method. A well-developed theoretical research supports and guides its usage. How we have a body of knowledge, या इसका theory है कैसे Q sort use करना, कैसे develop करना, how to analyze, all these things are there. And there is no need for the participants to be randomly selected. आप जो है आप random selection की ज़रूरत नहीं. Now what are the disadvantages? See, it takes a much time and is exhaustive procedure. बहुत time लगेगा. Okay, for example 44 cards are there and then 60 nurses are involved. So 60 nurses को time देना पड़ेगा so that they can arrange. So it is a much time taking process and it is not cost effective. Only small sample are studied. Can you see this picture? देखो cards है ना, happy, cheerful, joyful, tickled pink, euphoric, exhilarated, elated, contented, ecstatic, surgeon. तो ये एक लाइन में किया है, loving, affectionate, compassionate, surprised, astonished, shocked, इस तरीके से. Okay, so these are different ways how you can group the different cards. ठीक है, different cards how can, so these are the pile of cards from उसमें ये इस तरीके से groups बनाए हैं. Okay, Now this next study is vignettes. Vignettes are short scenarios in written or pictorial form intended to elicit responses to typical scenarios. ठीक है, एक scenario आपको दिया हुआ है, it can be written or it can be a pictorial form, and depending on those scenarios you are expected to elicit the, you are expected to write the responses. ठीक है, so they are short scenarios in written or pictorial form, either it is written or some pictures are there and then the respondent is asked to respond to it. ठीक है, तो विग्नेट्स तीन पर्पज से हम लोग करते हैं. वी आर इंटरेस्टेड टू नो द पर्सन जजमेंट, टू परमिट एक्शन इन कंटेक्स्ट टू बी एक्सप्लोर्ड, आप क्या एक्शन लेना चाहेंगे वो पता करने के लिए, एंड टू गिव अ लेस थ्रेटनिंग एंड लेस पर्सनल वे ऑफ एक्सप्लोरिंग सेंसिटिव टॉपिक्स. सेंसिटिव टॉपिक्स के बारे में it requires nobody likes anybody to explore the inner feeling. ठीक है, so vignettes के द्वारा it gives a better platform to express whatever is there in your mind. Okay, now these are the two examples. I think this will give you a better picture of understanding what are vignettes. So I have given you two nursing vignettes in COVID-19. ठीक है, एक vignette एक नर्स ने लिखा है related to COVID-19. I have been a nurse for 15 years and this is the first time I have ever been truly scared in the clinical setting. I am not afraid that I will get sick. I am afraid that I will unknowingly pass on this illness to someone who will become very ill or even die as a result. Okay, I suit up each day trying to think, it's not a suit up, it is I sit up. Okay, I sit up each day trying to think of it as just another day, and at the end of my shift I strip down hoping that I have done enough to protect myself, my colleagues, our patients and the family, and I am returning home too. There is so much that is out of control. I have to separate myself from the world outside and pour everything into each individual interaction with the patients who are there alone and just as scared as we are. Yes, nursing COVID-19 के लिए one of the nurse has written the nursing vignettes on COVID-19. Okay, another is there. It began as a typical last minute meeting of the supervisor. We were going to be prepared for the pandemic. The plans began to change daily and then by the hour. It was not until the patients began flooding into the ICU that management realized that the original plan was not going to work. Staff nurses stood up, they became leaders and educators for others. They built PPE stations, cared for patients, trained the non-ICU nursing staff on the ways of caring COVID patients. It was the staff nurses who kept the unit afloat during this troubling time. So these are examples of two nursing vignettes, okay, related to COVID-19. Okay. Now, what are the uses? Tapping general beliefs and attitude, what is the general attitude and belief, you can find out. Sensitive topic exploration can be done. Comparison of perceptions of different groups, for example, related to COVID-19, you can have vignette which are working in ICU, we can working in COVID ward, and then you can compare what is the feeling, and this also can be used in focus group discussions. Okay. And what are the advantages? It allows face to face contact with the respondents, give opportunity to explore the topics in depth, allows the interviewer to elaborate or help to clarify question, thus increasing the likelihood of useful responses, make easy for responses to reply to the consent topic. ठीक है, आप face to face बात कर रहे हैं. Okay, you can go in depth, and then suppose vignettes, I have given you two scenarios. So one has given the experience in a general ward and another is a ICU ward. आपको किस संदर्भ में ज़्यादा बात करना है और वॉज इट योर फियर, तो आप सिचुएशन दे सकते हैं. डिपेंडिंग ऑन दैट यू कैन आस्क फॉर द रिस्पॉन्स. ओके, सो दिस अलाउज द इंटरव्यूअर टू एलैबोरेट और हेल्प टू क्लैरिफाई द क्वेश्चन. सो अगर मैं जस्ट बोलेंगे भाई आप अपना एक्सपीरियंसेस बताइए, सो एक्सपीरियंसेस कैन बी वेराइटी इन कोविड सिचुएशन. Experience related to PPE, experiences related to your family members, experiences related to your own fear of contracting COVID, so many issues. Okay, so we have to point out in what extent are we interested to know the details. So by doing this it increases the likelihood of useful responses. ठीक है, सिर्फ experiences बोलने से फिर आप compare नहीं कर पाएंगे, because somebody may be telling about experiences with the patient, sometimes it may be with related to non availability of PPE. So, on different issues, then it is difficult. Now, what are the disadvantage? Interview may distort information through selective perceptions, recall error, desire to please the interviewer. Okay, so interviewer को please करने के लिए हुआ कुछ और होगा, the person may tell in a negative form. Okay, or not negative, in a form which can please the interviewer. Okay, so interviewer clarification resulting in inconsistencies. Okay, sometimes जो बता रहे हैं so this is उसमें confusion हो सकता है. Okay, the way if two interviewers are there, suppose we are interested to know the weakness related to care of patient on the first day, okay, of admission after COVID. तो आपके पास फर्स्ट डे में दो तीन इंटरव्यूअर को आपने अप्लाई किया कि भाई आप वीकनेस लेकर आओ. ओके, सो डिफरेंट पीपल द इंटरव्यूअर में गिव इनकंसिस्टेंट रिप्लाईज. ओके, इंटरव्यूअर क्लैरिफिकेशन मतलब जो भी क्वेश्चंस पूछ रहे हैं उसका जवाब इज नॉट सेम. B1 में जो इंटरव्यूअर गया उसने कुछ और पूछा, somebody was come in E1 ward is asking is telling something else. So these are the things which can come. So volume of information can be difficult to record. अब ये अभी मैंने दो weakness बताया, then it is to record. Sometimes it may be so much कि आपको it may be difficult to record. Okay, and then cover limited sample size. आप weakness एक समय पे एक से ही बात कर सकते हैं. So that is the issue. Okay. So that was all about the various types of data collection technique. Thank you for a patient listening.